Winning a clutch is easily one of the most rewarding feelings in CS. The adrenaline rush, the trash talk,
He fucking sucks, man. He fucking sucks.
and your teammates calling you a beast. It just hits different. I've been top 500 on Faceit. I have clutched countless rounds that even I thought were unwinnable. Today, I will walk you through some of them. Not just to show off, or maybe just a little bit, but to explain exactly what I was thinking, why certain decisions worked, and how you can use these tips to become a more confident and consistent clutch player. To make this more interactive and fun, throughout the video you'll discover what I call Biley's 5 pillars of clutching. These are the key things I focus on whenever I'm left alone in a round, and if you want to give yourself a real shot at winning clutches, they are essential. And stick around, because at the end, I will break down the clutch that I am most proud of. This round starts off with me finding a kill mid, which puts us into a 4v4. Our A player gets pushed out of sight, which means we are likely going to retake. This is why I immediately rotate towards beach. They could already be deep, so I clear angles carefully and I'm ready for the fight that might happen. With the little jiggle peeks, I'm basically gathering info without overcommitting. At this point, the round is very difficult to win. We are all towards CT and we just got smoked. However, my teammate gets this wild idea to push through it.
Flash right click and I will check left side.
Yeah, I'm flashing now.
And I support with spamming, hoping to punish anyone exposed on the left. After the smoke fades, I get 2 kills and now the clutch is on. Now you might ask yourself, why did I waste so much time talking about what I've done up until this point? Hello Biley, this wasn't a clutch, stop yapping. Very mean, but let me explain. The clutch didn't start at 1v2. It started way earlier. People think clutches are only 1vx hero plays, but real clutches are just pressure moments. 2v2s, 3v4s, 4v4s, and how you play these moments is everything. That said, allow me to introduce Biley's first pillar of clutching: patience. For the next 15 seconds, I am just hoping that the enemies make a mistake and give me a 1v1 fight. We were in kind of a rough spot when they smoked us off, so I assumed one of the enemies might have already slipped behind. That's why I check it twice. Now it's a 1v1, and he could be anywhere. Pillar, side, camera. But look, the bomb is planted for main. That alone narrows it down for me. And I know what the enemy is thinking. Damn, this guy's got 4 already. He's feeling himself. He's definitely gonna take the fight. Well, not this time, buddy. I decide to stick the bomb, and while defusing, I am constantly crouching and uncrouching, which should make me harder to hit if he eventually decides to swing. And the flick is difficult, but it lands. This round is a perfect example of what real clutches look like. Practical decisions, mind games, and above all, the first pillar of clutching: patience. Trust me, it will win you a lot of clutches. You have to remember, clutches aren't won with luck. If you keep whiffing in those pressure moments, it's probably time to start aim training. And there's no better place to start than with SteelSeries 3D Aim Trainer. It's a clean, no BS training tool built to simulate real in-game scenarios, tailored exactly for games like CS2. Oh, and did I mention that it's completely free? Just download it using the link in the description, set your CS2 sensitivity and start practicing. Whether you're working on flicks, target switching or tracking, it gives you focused drills in a clear progression path so that you improve with every session. The analytics tab even shows if you're under or over flicking, a game changer if you're serious about improvement. I run the drills and literally got ranked as aimbot. So if you think your aim is better, prove it. Post your rank in my Discord and let's see who's the best aimer in the community. And if you're looking to upgrade your setup too, use code Biley15 for 15% off everything on the SteelSeries website. Train smart, aim better, and win more clutches. And speaking of clutches, let's get back to them. Remember when I said even 2v3 situations also count as clutch moments? Well, here's one of them. It's me and Nico, my lovely duo partner, left in a 2v3. Here's what we know. There is an open site, but eventually he rotates into dark. That's literally it. You can see that it's a tough one. Nico is holding ramp, so there is no point in me watching it too. Instead, I focus on top of site, a very strong afterplant position for T's. That's why I am very cautious of it. My teammate spots someone there,
You saw him, upper side.
which I actually missed, so shout out to him for the call. While Nico is busy with the ramp duel, I am holding the op peak to cover him.
Upper side.
We both land our shots, and just like that, it's a 2v1.
Upper side, last. Upper side, behind silo.
Good job.
And now, after watching that, I know what you're thinking. Biley, you're such a baiter. You just let Nico die so you could win the round. And honestly, if that's baiting, I'll gladly take the blame. As we swing out of office, two things can happen. The last guy is either behind the silo or to the left. I am holding for the first option and Nico is ready for the second. Instead of double swinging with him, I wait just a split second. If we both had peeked at the same time, it could have ended very badly since he instantly headshot Nico and the spray would have got me too. So remember this, make the right decision, even if someone calls you a baiter for it. Because at the end of the day, we won the round. By the way, I coach my viewers every time I stream on Twitch, so if you want to be featured next time, join the Discord, follow my Twitch and send me your demo. Okay, since I baited Nico in the last round, I'll let him set up the next clutch for me.
He's in red room baiting like always.
Now get ready for the second pillar of clutching. Information. And it goes both ways. There's what you know, what you don't know, and what enemies know, or what they think they know. Your goal here is simple. Gather as much useful info as possible, while revealing as little to your opponents. So far, this is the info. I hear one guy planting the bomb, and I know Nico just died in red room. That's 2 out of 3 located. I creep up and manage to kill the planter, and I immediately reposition towards the guy in red room. My thought process is, this guy might swing out, isolated, trying to take a 1v1 to refrag his friend. Sadly, the peek never comes. So I adjust and move back towards site. Now here's where information comes to play. I said that I have info about 2 out of 3 enemies. The last one could be anywhere. Brokey, A main, Donut or Temple. These are all viable options. In moments like this, you need to make calculated decisions based on likelihood. I instantly rule out Temple. It's unlikely someone is there since I walked through CT earlier without being seen. Same logic applies to Brokey, and that narrows it down to 2. A main or Donut. And as you can see from my POV, I wasn't sure at all. I used timing, movement and a bit of intuition to get an advantageous fight, and I win it. Remember, there is still one T alive. Time for the cherry on top. After killing the donut guy, I turn around and tap the bomb. But actually, look closely at what I do. I hold it just long enough for the guy's dev cam to notice what I'm doing and for him to say, he's sticking it, kill him. Once again, I'm manipulating information. I'm feeding them a false idea and then punishing for believing it. Right after, I get off the bomb and start looking for the fight. I swing a little wider and there he is. Round 1. This clutch shows why information is the second pillar. Because every clutch is like a puzzle, and the more pieces you collect, the easier it is to see the win. This round was never supposed to be winnable. We lost both pistol and force buy, and we are totally broke. So when I see a knife opportunity, I don't think twice. Even when I get the glow, let's be honest, it's still a 2v4 with no Kevlar. But here's the thing about rounds like this. Enemies get overconfident. They want to finish it fast, farm some stats, and that's where we punish them. Also, my teammate finds another kill in mid. 2v2. Now it's getting real winnable for us. There is still about a minute left, so we take our time and wait to see if the heaven guy gets greedy and repeats. He plays it smart, so we shift towards red room, hoping to catch someone rotating. But still, no fights. So we go for the split. My teammate wraps temple, I go through CT. Now recall, I started this round with just a P250. Now I've got a Galil, a smoke and a molly, all for free. Time is running low, so I molly A main and smoke the bomb, just to guarantee us that bomb money.
He's on B outro.
My teammate dies from A main, and I know the other guy was on B. That means he's either rotating through CT, or coming heaven into donut. Time for Biley's third clutching pillar. Isolating. You can't win a 1v5. but you can win 5 1v1s. Isolate the fights and make them come to you one at a time. I wait calmly for either the A main guy to swing into me or for me to get a clean peek on him. Meanwhile, the second guy confirms his position, which is huge. Now I don't have to worry about CT anymore. By the way, remember the second pillar? With the smoke that I threw, I created a possibility that I'm either going deep CT and playing for the bomb, or even going temple to catch them off guard with the fast reposition. I am literally playing with their expectations and information. I choose the weird option of staying default. That's why I'm able to swing out on timing and catch the A main guy off guard. And then I turn my eyes to Donut and that's the clutch. Now look, in real time, it's easy to miss all these little details. But that's exactly why I'm breaking it all down. So next time you're in a clutch, you'll know how to turn chaos into control.
Nice, bro. What the fuck? Let's go.
One more example of isolating duels. Another round where it's just me and Nico left alone. This time an even bigger task ahead of us. A 2v5. We are completely boxed in on site. Long is smoked off and crossing shot through cave is way too dangerous. I try to find a quick kill in the cave entrance, but I don't have enough time. They are already pushing up ramp. Nico sets up on a nasty off angle, and to be honest, I love that call. It's risky, but it can definitely work, especially in a situation like a 2v5. My bad on turning around from the flash, and it quickly becomes a 1v4. Now remember, the key is to isolate as many as you can. I know that at least one more is ramp, and 2 enemies are coming cave. So I want to kill the ramp guy ASAP. That is the easiest kill for now. I swing and suddenly 2 players swing into me instead. But I somehow managed to kill both. That changes everything because now it's a 1v2 and I know exactly where they are. First one peeks from the left. Next, I don't wait. I instantly move to the right side, trying to catch the last guy off guard with my reposition. A few bullets later, the round is mine. Again, in real time, this might look chaotic, but it's actually really simple. Isolate, reposition, and just hit your shots.
Let's go.
First off, quick apology for the lower quality on these clips. I lost the originals on my drive, so I had to pull them from my Twitch VODs. But hey, if you want to see moments like this live, then just follow me on. So, we force up and suddenly I'm stuck in a 1v3. Only one enemy is known and he's long. I figure he might be alone and it's a fight I have to take if I want any chance at winning this round. I get the kill and a nice upgrade, but let's not pretend this gets any easier. I have no info on the other 2. They could come from ramp, cave, CT, just anywhere. Here's the key thing though. I've got a full minute on the clock. I can slowly clear angles, maybe even wrap ramp to T-spawn, and then mid into donut and plant on A. The whole map is an option. As a T, in these situations, time is your best friend. But then my plans get crushed. I get spotted from cave. Now they know I haven't moved, and I lose the element of surprise. However, I know the CT smoke is fading, and I wait patiently, hoping for a 1v1. I guess my prayers have been heard. This is textbook patience and isolating duels, 2 pillars of clutching that are winning me this round. I win the fight in CT and instantly I remember the last guy was cave, so I sprint across and make my way to A. I swap to a better weapon and throw a smoke deep CT. Let me introduce pillar number 4. Be unpredictable. I planned for donut, totally as a bait, and I already know how I'm going to play this. I don't sit donut, I don't go main, I wrap all the way through donut into CT. Is it risky? Hell yeah, he could have just stuck it. But I know he won't. He's alone and his team threw a 3v1. He is stressing and I know it. Time is ticking and I reach CT right as he taps the bomb. And boom. My devious little plan works like a charm. So if you want a real shot in these tough 1vx situations, stay patient, isolate fights, be unpredictable and never let your enemy know what you're doing next. Time for a quick one. It's a 2v2 with Nico and I'm sprinting to help him since he's getting pressured on site. I get there just in time to find the instant refrag and then my teammate gives me the call.
Short coming, close, short.
I hear that, bro, but I don't act on it directly. Instead, I play dumb. I fake like I'm rotating into long and then I instantly turn my attention fully into short. And sure enough, he takes the bait. That's unpredictability and info manipulation in full effect. As you can see, you can learn a lot, not just from 1v4s or 1v3s. Even simple 1v1s can give you a lot of intel for improvement. Before I show you my favorite clutch of all time, there is still one more final pillar to uncover. It's 13-14, a do or die round. We are down 4v5, but I make a play in secret and get 2 massive kills. And the bomb. Just like that, the tables turn. I am still the only one down, so I need to be careful not to give away the advantage. Ideally, we just go and guard the bomb. But our teammates have different plans. They decide to die one by one, and guess what? It is me and Nico yet again. Honestly, it feels like we just get left alone every round. Unfortunately, Nico pulls out a nade at the worst possible time and dies. Now it's just me. Keep in mind, I have already got 2 crisp kills this round. This is where we unlock the 5th and final pillar of clutching. Confidence. As soon as my teammate dies, I don't hesitate. I swing and insta-refrag. Now it's a 1v1. I've got the bomb. I know where the last guy is coming from. And there is 17 seconds left. So tell me, how would you play this? Maybe do you hide in the corner? Run away into vents or B-side? Should you fight him as he comes to pick up the bomb? There is no one perfect answer. Clutches aren't necessarily about the right decisions. They are about making a decision and committing with full confidence. I don't run, and I don't wait. I force the issue and swing him as the flash pops. And after that, you can hear the relief. Even a bad decision, played with full confidence, is better than hesitation. Now it's time to show you my favorite clutch of all time. And honestly, I don't want to talk over it. Just sit back and enjoy.
Still there.
Okay, boys.
You might say, yeah, those were some insane shots, but why is this your favorite? Sure, I isolate most of the fights, so one of the pillars is clearly there. But it's not about that. Listen, even though I make guides and teach you guys how I think the game should be played, I am far from a perfect player, and for the longest time, I have struggled with the most essential thing in CS2. Confidence. Not my aim, not my utility, not my movement. It was believing I could actually win and go for this place. So yeah, you don't always need all 5 pillars. Sometimes 2 will be enough to win your clutch, and sometimes just 1. But when that 1 is confidence, you'll surprise even yourself. Alright, now that you've seen it all, let's lock it in. Here are my 5 pillars of clutching. Patience, information, isolation,
Last one.
unpredictability, and confidence. And to help you remember and spot them in action, I'm going to show you 2 more clips. Pay attention and try to figure out which pillars did I use here, because once you start seeing them in my clutches, you will start using them in yours.
Maybe she's German.
You think he's away?
I city.
There's a guy from Germany.
Yes, sir.
Should running for me.
Nice. What the fuck?
I'm gonna go.
Hello? Oh my god, so strong, bro.
You have to realize, clutches are never guaranteed. But if you focus on the right things, the right moves, the right timing, and the right mindset, you will start turning those seemingly impossible rounds into winnable ones. I hope this gave you a better idea of what goes on behind the scenes in a clutch, and how to start thinking like an actual clutch player. Remember the 5 pillars. Practice with purpose and don't be afraid to do something bold. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me and makes my day. So that's all from me this time. I'll see you very soon, and until then, keep grinding.